guys, what's up?
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Apartment 6 podcast.
Yeah, that's how we started it.
Yeah.
You're Jess, or
I'm Jess.
and I'm Marissa. I completely forgot that we do have a normal intro. And that's it.
So welcome back to the Apartment 6 podcast. Welcome to this very quick, it might not be quick, but welcome to this
Time will tell.
random YouTube visual episode. There is not going to be a companion audio only episode. This is it. This is what we're getting. I just realized, do you think they can hear the snowblowers?
If they can't, it's probably gonna be on and off the whole time.
Okay.
So we just...
Quick PSA, we're not using our microphones. We're gonna get into that in a minute. But also, there's a colossal blizzard outside. A ballistic blizzard or something like that.
Crazy.
In Boston right now, and so constantly throughout the day there will be like snow blowing, lots of like humming noises outside. If you can hear that, so sorry. Let it set the scene. This is
Let me set the scene.
Let me. Okay.
Casey stands rise.
We also, like, this whole podcast was built around where we live, so this is part of where we live. So, we wanted to hop on YouTube today to address
the controversy.
Everyone's been asking. We're here to say, shut up, stop asking us.
Shut up.
No, but we're here to talk about a few things for one reason why we stopped the podcast. So we'll get into that first, and then we have some announcements, some things to say. And we just felt like sitting down and doing this like YouTube style instead of just like randomly putting out a podcast episode.
Yeah, and we'll probably make a post about this, but one of the main reasons for doing it this way is because the home for all of our episodes is gonna be YouTube moving forward anyway. We think, because apparently when we stop our subscription to the service that puts the podcast onto streaming platforms, it takes them off. We don't know like if that's going to happen or how quickly it would happen if it actually does, but just in case, the main reliable hub for Apartment 6 will be YouTube.
So what you could infer from that statement is that we're ending the podcast.
Oh yeah.
We are pulling out of our subscription with our podcast hosting service because we are ending the podcast, and we'll talk about why. And so once we end the podcast subscription, they might pull the RSS feed and it might not be on Spotify anymore.
Yeah.
So we wanted to upload every single episode onto YouTube so that we could still see it in the future if we want to, and we can like hear ourselves talk from 2020 and 2021.
Yeah, and honestly, like, it's already crazy to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Like doing that task of like re-uploading the episodes to YouTube, like just listening to snippets of it and like what we were thinking, like the types of mindsets we
what
were
was going on around us.
Like, it's not even that long ago, and it already feels like ancient history that I'm like stumbling across. Yeah. It's crazy.
Definitely. So we're like excited to have that preserved. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you guys want to go back and listen, like, of course, we're really happy about that, but like even more so, like, we don't expect people to go listen back to the old episodes. It's more for us that we don't lose a year and a half of, or not a year and a half, almost a little over a year, a year and a couple months of like work and like passion that like we put into something. So you can listen to us on YouTube, which is why this episode is going on there.
And it's out of order, and that's on me.
It's not on Marissa. We've had some technical difficulties. So the podcast, for the most part, is in order for like about half of it.
Until the part that I started.
Until the part that we tag teamed it. But also, like, I had trouble uploading an episode, so Marissa later took that over and she uploaded it just fine. So like,
they're all there.
It's also me, but they're all there, all 46 episodes. Yeah. So the first thing we want to talk about is why we stopped recording in July, because we were on a good steady path of recording almost every single week for over a year with like breaks here and there for like the holidays or like things going on in our lives.
Going home, yeah.
And then we very abruptly ended. Like the last episode is called Why We're Lonely. It's like we really ended on like a high note. So we wanted to talk about that. So the first thing is just that we experienced technical difficulties.
Which actually, speaking of the last episode, those are like present in the episode. So I hope that people weren't like, I don't know.
It was clear.
Yeah, like I think you could probably infer that was like an issue for us.
I think we literally said like, if we come back,
exactly.
We were having issues with our mics. This is kind of boring stuff, but basically we were having issues with our mics like suddenly stopping recording, and because the mics wouldn't record, like it would like pause our like audio, so it wasn't recording it anymore.
Yeah.
And so like we just kept having to like stop ourselves in like the middle of the recording.
Mm-hmm.
And also we went back and listened, and there were parts where it would take the audio out and it was just missing, and it would be like little teeny pieces, so Marissa had to edit around it. So it just was like, okay, that's happening, but we don't know how to fix it. Because we don't know how to fix it, we like don't know what to do going forward. Like we don't feel like comfortable. We don't know what the issue is, so we don't feel comfortable going forward and like trying to just do it and pretend it's not happening, because it might just get worse. And then it was sort of like, it came at a time where we were like feeling like the world was really opening up. It was July 2021. We were vaccinated. We were finally seeing friends again. There were like events happening again. We were just like really enjoying like our city and enjoying going home for the first time in a while.
Yeah, because I think that something that was really beneficial about the podcast during like deeper quarantine times was like we would end the work week and then have a whole weekend ahead with nothing.
Yeah.
Like, nothing, zero zilch plans.
Yeah.
So like I think it was nice to kind of like give ourselves like a plan and like some structure to the weekend and whatever. But yeah, then like that sort of hole was filled by what it used to be filled by in terms of like seeing friends and everything that just said. So
we started the podcast, I was in furloughs. So like,
that's
I remember
crazy.
my first furlough week, I was like, I'm gonna like work on like doing information to like figure out the podcast. Like it was like something I feel like I personally really like needed to feel good, because I was working less, and so I had whole weeks where I had nothing going on.
Yeah, it was deep quarantine time. So so the mics went kaput basically, or the computer did. We don't know what. Again, we don't know. Like
we're also using like we're using GarageBand.
Yeah, we are not high tech. We don't know.
We're using decent microphones from like Samsung and whatnot, but like we don't.
Shout out Samsung.
But yeah, we love Samsung.
Not fun.
But like we don't like, we're just using like GarageBand and like
yeah
whatnot. So like we don't really like, we don't know where the problem lies.
Yeah, so I think to kind of sum it up, it's those two things. It's A, the mics went doo-doo. We didn't know what to do about the doo-doo. And then B, we like kind of found purpose in other things again. So we didn't like need this outlet as much as we did before, I think.
We want to now update you on what we've been up to for the last 6 months. We've had like 2 seasons. We've had like, we left in summer, so we had the rest of summer, then all of fall, and the beginning of winter. So, first of all, how was the end of your summer? In the beginning of your fall?
I was just trying to think what did we do in August? Was that our when was Phoebe? Was that like August, September? So I kind of remember that being a thing, like going to the first.
Had you hiked your mountain yet? Well, I know we hiked one in August, but I don't remember.
I don't know if we even talked about it.
Marissa hiked 2 mountains. Well, so did I.
You did
too. but Marissa's never hiked before, and she's now hiked 2 mountains since we last spoke. Woo!
True.
I had a huge drama at work that I can't talk about, but that was crazy.
True. Yeah, I would say that's true. I would define the summer by like New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Like, we went to New Hampshire a lot.
We still don't have boyfriends.
I know, that was another thing.
The dating life really hasn't changed.
Yeah, I know. Like looking back in the old episodes and like what they were titled, like on Heartbreak and whatever, like I was like, damn, that really hasn't gotten any better.
So, yeah, that was like sort of the wrap up of like summer. We went to a
Yeah.
couple concerts.
Yeah.
And then the big shebang was that we went to Los Angeles in November.
LA, baby.
I also turned 26, but
True.
I turned 26 in November.
True.
And then like the very next week we went to LA, and we also saw Harry Styles the week before that. And then we saw Phineas the week after that. So we had a very busy like fall time. I also feel like that contributed to us like not dating as much.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that also contributed to not doing the podcast, but
No, but I feel like we both had very, I mean,
Yeah,
at least
true.
from my perspective, I feel like we had very fulfilling falls.
Yeah.
So then like we like went straight into the holidays. So we just like,
Yeah.
the focus has been on like enjoying our lives, less on like
What a
boys,
concept. Yeah.
less on like
Less on like searching for other ways to fulfill
yeah,
ourselves.
more on like enjoying what we have,
Yeah.
enjoying our surroundings, enjoying our friends, enjoying the events, enjoying the things, enjoying being vaccinated. So how was LA as a first time goer?
I miss it. But I think I like in general really miss that like vacation mindset. I feel like I've told you about this because like for me right now, sort of the thing that's bothering me the most in life is work and like being stressed at work. So I just keep thinking like, man, I wish I was just like back on vacation. Like it was so nice to have that week off and just like fill our time with like whatever we wanted. Like there was just no stress, no responsibility, like besides, you know, having a call time for Dr. Phil. Like, you know, like that was
Dr. Phil is work.
that
For
was
anyone
the extent of our responsibility.
For anyone interested in seeing the Dr. Phil show, like I think it's fun, like because it's like a funny, like we laughed about it a lot.
Yeah.
But I feel like
If you're gonna do
it's quite the day. It's like an 8 to 2.
yeah, it was
commitment.
crazy. But I'd say like we did Jimmy Kimmel and we loved it.
Very
Like,
good.
seeing Jimmy Kimmel, and I said it right, I didn't say Jimmy Fallon. I keep messing up and saying Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah.
That was like one of my favorite memories, like in life, period. Like that was one of the most fun. It was just like the vibes are so high. Like
Yeah.
it was just like
We had a really good night that night, and I don't really know why. Like, so to take a step back, we started our trip with some drama. Marissa hit her head really hard on the pavement of the streets of Los Angeles, right off of Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
I wish I could remember like the cross street. I could definitely look it up because I know like exactly where we were.
Yeah.
But like Marissa fell off a scooter.
One of those scooters that you can like rent on the street. I think our brand was like Lime, but there's like Bird, like those types of things.
Yeah. And hit her head so hard that we went to urgent care immediately.
Yeah. But oh my god, the healthcare system is just not
It's not good.
not good.
So she got no care whatsoever.
Yeah,
but we
well,
did go to
because-
urgent care.
because I wasn't willing to shell out $100 to the urgent care, whose first thing they told me was, we don't look at the head.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, if you want us to look at it, you can pay $100. Because my insurance is like some dinky thing from like Massachusetts that's like no one else has it.
Yeah.
So they were like, we don't know what that is. I was like, I'm not paying for that. So yeah, I went with an untreated head injury throughout our trip.
It ended up okay. Like we
did.
were very sure that she wasn't concussed.
Yeah, I feel like I am pretty good. I think everyone kind of is, but I feel like I'm very good
I'm better.
at knowing just like knowing myself. Like I was like, I truly know in my gut that like I'm okay. And if I didn't have that gut feeling, then like I wouldn't have been stupid about it. Like,
But
I
if you
would've-
saw Marissa walking down the street crying her eyes out, holding her head, no you didn't.
man, yeah, that was rough. It really was rough.
So that like was Sunday, and then Monday night was Jimmy Kimmel, and we were flying high. Like we were like, yes,
Yeah.
like having such a good night. So it's
I
just
know.
funny, like the juxtaposition. We ate some of the most amazing food.
Oh my god, Monty's Good Burger.
Yeah, if you're vegetarian, vegan, or you appreciate vegetarian and vegan food like me, because I'm not vegetarian.
the best
Monty's
I've
Good
ever
Burger
had.
is so good, and I really want them to come to
Oh my
Boston.
god, it's so sad.
And then we also really love John and Vinny's, which is a
Yes.
classic like very much beloved LA Italian spot.
Yeah.
But we went and we literally got 2 orders of garlic bread. I said, Marissa, we have to go.
It was the best garlic bread ever.
We got it because I was starving and I was like at a place where I was feeling like shaky hungry and feeling like, ooh,
was that Dr. Phil day?
I
think it was.
I don't know.
Because the day we saw Dr. Phil, we were like,
but that kept, if that,
this is an insane day. And we like didn't really.
That had already happened to me once that day.
I think we had a snack and then like we went to the last bookstore, which was another really cool place. We wanted to get donuts at Donut Friend, and Donut Friend was closed.
Yeah.
And then I think on the ride back was when we called John and Vinny's.
Yeah, so our meals kind of got screwed up. So it was like by the time we were eating, I was like, I don't even think I can like wait to like order and get a dish. I was like, I need to like eat something right now. I feel like I'm like gonna like pass out. So I like asked the waiter, I was like, oh, like, do you guys do bread? And he was like, oh, well, we have a garlic bread dish that you like can get. And I was like, okay, I need it. So we got it.
So
and like Marissa was in the bathroom, she came back and I was like, I ordered the garlic bread, I hope you don't mind. And I was like, I'll pay for it if you want. But then it came and it's like 2 pieces of garlic bread. And so we each had one and it was so good that like, and then our meal was so good, but even after the meal, I was like, Marissa, I think I need more garlic bread. Like, I was like, it's so good. Like, and I'm never going to be able to get it again unless I go there. So we got 2 orders of garlic bread and it was so good.
Oh my God,
I like still think about it. We also ate at like other really yummy places, like Jones on 3rd.
The breakfast burrito at Great White was another.
Great White
that was really, really
in
good.
Venice. We went to
Alfred?
Went to Alfred and we loved their coffee / matcha, but also Malibu Farm. Malibu Farm. They had like really good juices.
That was, I would say that was more of like a.
I liked my meal too, but it was the atmosphere.
It was kind of like what you would think of for like clean LA.
Yeah.
Farm fresh, like fresh juice.
Yeah, your meal looked kind of boring. I actually, and I know
it was
felt
good. Like I could tell that it was like good quality like ingredients, but that was very like
you pay for like the atmosphere there because you're literally sitting on a pier over the water eating food, and like they have like really yummy juices and lemonades and things like that.
Touched the Pacific Ocean for the first time. We didn't go swimming. The water was really cold, but put my toe in.
We didn't do like a beach day. We had a day where we went to the beach. We did Malibu, and then we had another day where we did Santa Monica, but we didn't have like a beach day.
Yeah, and honestly, that's like my favorite way to do like a beach.
There's enough to do.
Yeah, like get the vibes of it, but without the discomfort of like putting on a bathing suit and like sitting in the sand and getting wet.
Like we rode the Santa Monica Ferris wheel. Excuse me.
I have a TikTok. Well, I have a TikTok where I literally did like a POV. You're riding the Santa Monica Ferris wheel. So if you want to live vicariously through that, you can. And I also did one that kind of like pieced together little snippets of things. And I wish I had just kind of done that more, just gotten like B-roll.
I should have done.
We're doing this. I'm going to whip out my camera and take a video.
I wanted to vlog it. Remember, because I was like, oh, I want to like remember it, but then I didn't.
But I even think like I wish I just took more like quick, just offhand, like panning our food or like whatever, just like scenic.
I feel like I took a lot of photos to be like, oh, I want to remember this. Oh, I really like this. Like this meal looks so good. I want to like take a photo and remember. We also really loved Earth Cafe and went there a couple times. We went to a place called Mohawk Bend with a couple of friends, and that was really good and really fun. It was just a great trip. I feel like we had like a full week there and everything went so smoothly. Like the biggest hassle we dealt with was like our rental car. I mean, I'm like everything went so smoothly. Marissa hit her head. Yeah. But like for the most, everything was okay.
It was great.
So it went pretty smoothly and we were really happy. And it was so good.
Yeah, it really was.
The holidays, those happened. Mine were good.
Mine were good too. I feel like the biggest point about the holidays is that this was like, they were a little bit more back to normal. Like there were still a couple people that I didn't see, but for the most part, I saw the people that I normally see on the holidays where I didn't see all of them the year before. So that was kind of the theme of it, just like trying to feel more normal about it.
Yeah.
And then, came back. That's kind of weird to me that like it's only January now.
Yeah.
Like it feels like,
because it feels like there's been like a decent amount of time since the
yeah, like
holidays.
Christmas is only like a little more than a month past. Like that just feels weird. Like it feels like we've been here for like a couple months since the holidays.
That's
We
crazy.
haven't. So you're pretty much caught up.
Literally only like a month.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what today is. But yeah, I also had a good holiday season. Very peaceful, very happy. Oh, also in the time since
You see
podcast, my mom got a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yep.
We got a dog.
We got a dog.
We got a dog. No, but my mom got a dog. His name is Mason. He's like the new light of my life. He just turned 6 months old last week, and he is so cute and sweet, and everything about him is just so cute. Like,
Yeah.
he has some little bad traits.
Well, I think
Like,
it
he
kind
likes-
of all,
He likes to eat his own poop.
he gets away with it because he's so
But
cute.
he's
I
so cute, and he
Yeah.
like is just so lovable, and he like has like amazing footwork. Like he has like
Yeah,
the
like,
best
he-
little dancey feet.
He peed in my room and I was like, it's okay.
He
You know? Like you can't be that mad.
he is
When they're that
just
cute.
like, oh my gosh, he's such a little love. He like
Yeah.
wakes you up by kissing you, and he's just like, I mean, dogs are so sweet, but he's
Yeah.
been like the best part of the last like 6 months in a way.
Yeah.
I say in a way because I'm also like, well, it was pretty nice. I'm like, no. I love my
Well,
dog.
different-
I don't know. Different things.
sectors,
He's
yeah.
made me so happy. He was definitely like the best part of the holidays is like having a new little family member.
I feel like we should share that we're gym bros.
Okay, so
like, that's like you're really caught up. Like that's like
transitioning into what we're doing
Present
now.
day, yeah.
We now go to the gym. That's the big difference. We're the same exact people, but we go to the gym.
don't worry, we're still the
Yeah.
same at heart. We just
Don't worry,
go to
we're
the
not
gym.
gonna get too fit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this all started with I think this is how it started. I wanted to do personal training, and I decided to like look into it and figure out how to do it, and I like didn't think I was going to be able to afford it, but I've just kind of like I like researched a couple places, and I'm doing now virtual personal training, but I have to like have a gym. Well, I guess I don't have to, but the easiest thing to do is to have a gym membership that I just like pay for separately. And so I was like kind of talking out loud about all of this to Marissa, and she's like, you know, I've been like interested in joining a gym because I really like having my treadmill at home.
Yeah, I was gonna say like if you tried to figure out where it all started, it would be like, where do our desires to like feel more healthy and like be more fit start? But like yeah, truly like in terms of actually making it
Joining
happen, I
this
think,
gym
yeah.
now was
Yeah.
sort of like out of a feeling of like, for me being like, okay, I need something to kind of change there. I've never found an exercise I like I would really love for that to change, and feeling like it was just, I don't know, it was just like the time to do it. I just like wanted to like going into 2022 feel like that was an area of my life that I was tackling, because I feel like other years and other like seasons of life I've sort of tackled other things. Like I've been like, okay, like this is gonna be like the year I really like, you know, work on my mental health, or this is gonna be the year that I really like work on like my career, or like whatever. And I feel like, or maybe it's like I don't even know that to begin with, but looking back it was like, oh wow, that was the year that I really like did things in my career. Like I feel like that was 2020 for me. Like I took on a new skill and got promoted and whatnot. And then like 2021 I feel like was dealing with like my mental health, like seeing a therapist and getting over a breakup and all that. So I was like, this year I really want to focus on like my physical health, because I feel like I'm in a good place mentally, and I already have like some things that I know I want to be doing like that are tangible. And I was like, I want to like also be working on that part of things.
Yeah.
And then you were like, yeah, me too.
Well, yeah, because I feel like for the past like few years, I enter each new year with the resolution of like, I want to be healthier. And I always phrase it that way because I always want to be like as nice to myself as possible about it. Like I never want to be like, I want to lose X amount of weight
I think you
this
say
year.
feel healthier,
Yeah,
not
I
even
want
be
to.
healthier.
I want to feel good. I just want to feel healthy. Like those terms of like, those kind of like holistic terms instead of like
It's more
rigid
mindset.
goals. Yeah, and it's cool because I feel like doing this and joining the gym, really feels like the first time that I've actually like done something
Made some sort of commitment.
about it. Because like it's obviously nice to like go into the year and be like, I want to feel healthy.
Yeah.
But then like if you don't really do anything tangible about it, it's like, okay, well I can't blame myself for not like really meeting that goal because I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I
differently.
didn't change anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this year I did.
We're
so-
liking it.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, it's kind of like a meme. Like, I'm exaggerating, but like when I went for the first time, I texted Jess and I was like, I love the gym.
Yeah,
Like,
she's
I'm
very into
I'm
it.
like, I love the gym so much.
We're like, we have to update our dating profiles and be like,
Yeah.
on a Sunday morning, you can find us at the gym.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
very, we just, I
And
don't know.
like, we've both only been twice, right?
I've been, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, stay tuned, I guess.
Yeah, I was
But-
supposed to go for a third time last night, and I just did not feel well.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm feeling better today, but the gym is closed today because of the snowstorm.
Mhm.
So yeah, we've been twice. She goes and does her thing. I go and do my thing because I'm on like a training schedule. So I'm doing like workouts that are like set out for me. And you're focusing more on like cardio, like
Yeah.
treadmill and bike and
treadmill
that kind
guy.
of stuff. So yeah, that's what we've been up to these days. We've been going to the gym. I feel like
Who thought?
I feel like we've both been into like cooking more this year in general,
Yeah.
but I feel like we've both been, you know, in the kitchen. I've seen us doing some different things with our meals.
Yeah, and I think in general,
Not necessarily healthier, but just in general, like cooking
Yeah.
more.
I think in general, it's like we both have that feeling in us of like wanting to feel homey.
Yeah.
And like feel cozy and like feel good about the home. And I guess like talking about the home kind of lends us into our
Oh, yeah. Are we
next-
there?
I think
we're
our next
there.
topic, yeah.
So,
Painless
We're-
segue.
moving. We're moving, but we're not moving together.
I'm moving and you're
and
moving.
we're moving, and we're
So
moving.
we're moving, but we're not
Separately. Yeah, it's true.
moving. Which actually, it's kind of funny because I feel like if you listened to our episode called, I think it's actually called A Candid Conversation About the Future.
Yeah,
We
that's true.
like fully, like honestly just had like a very raw, like, where do we see our living situation going, and I expressed wanting to live alone.
I don't remember what I said.
I don't really remember if you said in that what your plan is now.
Yeah.
But do you want to share what you're saying?
So I am planning to move to New York in like either August or September, depending on how things go. But yeah, I'm planning to move to New York City. I'm thinking probably the Brooklyn area, but like obviously I'm never going to close myself off to Manhattan because it's Manhattan. So yeah, that's what I'm planning to do, and I'm really excited.
I'm really excited to visit you. Because I feel like you have always had a desire to live in New York, and I've just always had a desire to like want to spend more time there.
Yeah.
So I think kind of selfishly I'm like, well, I'm definitely gonna spend more time there now.
Yeah.
But yeah, my plan is to stay in Boston but move out on my lonesome to an apartment, either hopefully a 1-bedroom, but I would do a studio too. But yeah, I feel like it'll feel really good for me to like have my own space, and as we all know, I think by probably me talking about in the podcast, I'm very introverted. So I think it'll be kind of an interesting test of that, and to see like if I'm pretty sure I will enjoy like having my kind of like home base be like being alone, because I think that will help me really enjoy my interactions with my friends even more, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to decorating it. That's kind of the main thing on my mind right now. I'm like, ooh, velvet green couch. Don't mind if I do. But yeah, we both have very exciting things on the horizon, which is nice.
Yeah, I'm planning on still having a roommate or 2 or 3, I don't really know, for money reasons.
So if you're
like,
interested.
basically. But like because I just don't, like, I also, like, you don't really want to move to a new city alone.
Yeah.
I feel like, even though, like, I have, like, friends there, but I'm not trying to, like, totally do a shift in terms of, like, money, the way that I live, and the city that I live in.
Yeah.
So I'm doing it a bit more gradually. But yeah, my idea is just to at least spend like a year in New York. I have no idea like how long I'll stay, but I just always wanted to try living there. And I feel like now is the time. I just feel like a pull to do something different coming out of, well, not even coming out of the pandemic because we're not out of it, but just after the pandemic and after spending what will be 3 years in this apartment.
Yeah.
In August, and
we
then
really got our money's worth.
Yeah, and then spending what will be like 7 years living in Boston proper.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
This August as well. So I feel ready to like try something different, and yeah, I think we're both really excited. So that all lends us into saying the podcast is ending. But you already knew that. The podcast is ending, not because we're moving, because we still have plenty of time until we move. It's because we feel like we just don't.
The things that we said in the beginning about why it stopped are still true.
Yeah, we still have technical difficulties.
Yeah.
We still are like out and enjoying our lives and not being as locked down. I mean, right now things aren't great with COVID, so like we're a little bit locked down, but like it's just we just feel like our lives are very full outside of it, and we started the podcast at a time when our lives felt a little bit smaller and a little more isolated. And I don't think that we ever meant necessarily for the podcast just be like, oh well, we're only doing it for like a limited amount of time, like to like make us feel better about being bored. Like it's not like we like had a conversation like that, but I think we knew going into it like, oh, this isn't gonna be a forever thing.
Yeah,
it's not like we never like planned on like, we were like, oh, this, like it's not gonna get monetized.
Exactly. We weren't like, we're gonna have ads and merch.
Like, our goal wasn't to like build some big following, and like if that happened, like okay,
I wouldn't have said no.
We wouldn't have been like get out, but like we just did not have any. We kept our expectations very low, and we really did it like for us, for our friends who like for you. So I wonder what that's gonna look like. But yeah, so we're ending. We're ending our little thing. So to end that, I think we should just say thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for like the people, especially to like, we love our friends, but forget about them for a moment. Thank you to the people who found our podcast and like kept listening to it, like who didn't just like stumble upon it and listen to one episode. Like we like now have like some people who like listen to and follow our podcast and have been like, you guys are my favorite podcast, or like, where have you guys been? And that's crazy because we never even we never expected to like get anyone like that. Like I think we knew like, oh, our friends, and like we might have like a few people like pop in and out or stragglers or whatever.
And don't get us wrong, there aren't a lot of people.
No, but it's a few, and it's enough to make us feel. It's enough to make us feel like, oh. Yeah, we did something nice.
Yeah, we did. We did something nice.
We created a nice little community here at the Apartment 6 podcast. Yep. So,
but it's over.
Bye. Just kidding. But thank you so much for listening. If you want to find any of our episodes, they're all on YouTube. And you can listen to them forever. They're never going anywhere. Imagine like then it takes off. Just kidding, it's not going
on. Oh, yeah. Someone finds it on YouTube and they're like, I'm really interested.
We have to monetize this.
You. Yeah.
So like, thank you for listening. Please go back and listen to those old episodes or subscribe to the channel. You never know. Maybe there'll be another video like this in the future.
Feel free to like interact with us. Like if you're ever like, I miss those gals. You can always DM us on Instagram.
Yeah, let us know what you're up to.
We're still alive,
Tell us in the comments what you're up to. What has changed in the last 6 months for you? Like, what are like the top 3 things that have changed in your life since our last episode in July? Like, what has the last 6 months been for you? Because now you know what it's been for us. Yeah. And if you have any tips for me moving to New York, Marissa living alone in Boston, If you want to live with me as a roommate, please let me know. Please comment below. We love you all.
And we love each other. Because even though the podcast is ending, the friendship is
friendship is intact.
The friendship is here to stay.
The friendship is stellar.
All right.
Oh. All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
I
I thought you meant like how we used to intro it. I was like, do you know which camera we're supposed to look at? Like, is it the top one?
No, doesn't it look like a little face?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
Yeah. And that's why you don't got no more episodes.